this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. I once more have to talk about the All India Football Federation and the chaos it finds itself in, the chaos that it has created, and what is clearly evident, a lack of leadership. And I want to talk once more about the topic of leadership, of how important it is that the right person is in charge of the federation, is leading the federation, is heading the federation. Candid Football came in 2022, and I remember a lot of people said, oh, finally, we've gotten rid of Praful Patel, of Kushal Das, of Sunanda Dhar, and all these people. Sunanda was there for a while, but then he left. We got rid of them. Candid Football and Shaji Prabhakaran took over and tried to change a lot of things in a very, very short space of time. They rebranded, renamed things. But what is really leadership at the top of a football federation that can make things happen, that can make things work? Very simply said to me is, make all stakeholders work together, have enough funds available so that you can run your federation office, the administration, run your competitions, your leagues, manage especially the national teams and national center of excellence. All of this somehow has not been working. Finance, leagues, look at the mess that the I-League finds itself in. And the MRA extension with Reliance is still being looked at, is still being discussed. But there is no alternative in sight. So if I look all of these points, all of these things that are there, then we are in a situation of, how can we change this? And in an organization like the All India Football Federation, change starts from the top. Without the right leader, without the right leadership, the AIFF cannot function. Indian football cannot function. Because the biggest challenge of the president of the All India Football Federation and the secretariat is to first keep whatever we have functioning, keep it running. But also to have all stakeholders on board in regard to Indian football and the growth of Indian football. The AIFF itself will not be able to grow Indian football. It needs the state associations. It needs the clubs. It needs the academies. It needs certain individuals. It needs the media. It needs the fans. It needs all of us to work together, to some extent at least, to take Indian football in the right direction. That has been my concern for a while, and that's why I say and again and again and again, without the right leader at the top as president of the All India Football Federation, we're going to get nowhere. Because also, dealing with the government of India, dealing with the sports ministry, you need to have some leverage, you need to have some power, you need to have some influence. But especially, the other points that I mentioned are very, very important to be able to have a functioning AIFF, functioning Indian football. I always like to say, under Praful Patel and co, Indian football wasn't perfect. But especially a Kushal Das and a Sunanda Dhar ensured that Indian football kept running. Even during COVID, I know from own experience, they kept, for example, the I-League running with all difficulties. So therefore, if you have the right leader, if you have the right leadership also in the secretariat, it can be managed. And it will not be as chaotic There's a level of lawlessness in the system. Why care about rules and regulations? They can be broken. And that cannot work. We need change. Immediate change. It might come through the Supreme Court, or otherwise people within the AIFF will have to come forward, will have to act in the interest of the game. It's high time. It's very, very much needed. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Do you have some more viewpoints to add? As always, like, share, and subscribe. Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And yeah, the comments, write them down below. And I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.